came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10. On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And some room to maneuver. Space to maneuver at the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Let's go. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, his 2nd touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. He can't get him down. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
That, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Tackle made there by Robert Alford. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Terrell McClain. coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This a 43-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Here's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They'll give it to him up the middle, and same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall.
And they've stopped him on the first 2 downs. Obviously, this is an important play coming up here. I think it's more so for the guys on defense because if they stop him here, I think they've set the tone for the entire game, how difficult it's going to be to score on them.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Here's Jackson. to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Jackson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And the ball is knocked out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. Now Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Jackson now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. This is Collins on the handoff. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in. Looked
like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. On second down, Freeman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find.
There goes Alex Collins. He's at the 50. They can't tackle him. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big run there by Collins. 79 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Ryan on first down. This complete to Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to float this over the middle, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and the organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Ryan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really...
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Tony Jefferson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Jackson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking deep for Crabtree. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Jackson on second down. And now he's flushed, and the pressure gets to him again. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Ryan wants to throw it. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're